Hello everyone, welcome back to Rolenele. I'm Seregras and we're here for the last tutorial of Sandbox, which is the tool system module, call it whatever you want, that I created for Foundry VTT and lets you design or build any role-playing game. Thanks for all of your support, guys. It helps me a lot to continue, and I'm sorry if lately I haven't been able to give you much help because I've had a couple of hectic weeks, but thanks for your support. Thanks for your donations. Many of you asked me about the donation links. It's not required. The only thing that makes me happier and helps me to continue is subscriptions to Twitch, and I understand that many of you don't watch Twitch or because my content is mainly in Spanish, but that's gonna change soon, by the way. But yeah, if you can just go around Twitch and just subscribe with Amazon Prime is even free, I'll be very thankful to you guys. Okay, let's continue. So last tutorial for roles. Let's continue with role expressions. The next role expression is name. So what does this mean? Let's imagine we have a healing potion, yeah, and we want just a sec, sorry, name. We're looking at name. That's it, the name expression. So now imagine we have a C item called healing potion, which is a consumable, yeah, and as you know, consumables and activation C items, they let you roll, yeah, after you click an icon. If it was passive, we wouldn't be able to do anything, but consumable allows you to roll it in a special way. For example, when I drag it here, it lets you, it creates this vial here, as you saw in tutorial number 2, yeah, and if we click it, it will execute this roll, which has, I'm going to change, whoop, the door opened just a second. Oh my god, it scared me. Wow, that scared me. Sorry. So role name potion and roll just a simple 8. So if I click on the vial, let me clear the chat. So if I click on the vial, you see a use is consumed and the roll is just a simple 8, yeah, and appears here. And as you saw, we have an add modifier that increased the HP 8 points. If I go here back to 0, oh sorry, what happened here? Because I'm yeah, that's it. Don't worry, I'll explain you later about that, but it's a little bug that I will resolve later. Okay, so now I don't want it here to say potion. I want the name of the C item to be displayed here. So what I do is to use this role expression, which is name. When I use it, see 8 points go up, and here displays healing potion. It displays it here. We can do that also with other C item roles. Anywhere you have a C item, or you roll from a C item, you can use name. So in this case, in the attacks, I think we created NPC attack 1, which is this role here, and we had a role. Let me see the group and the properties. Yeah, there it is, attack damage roll. So if we click on it, details, you see name here on these rolls. So if I roll here, it will display NPC attack 1, which is the name of no, that's the group of this C item, which is here, NPC attack 1. Yeah, okay, so having said that, let's go to the next expression. Now imagine that I want to roll 1d8, yeah, so what should I include here? I want the result of this roll here to be shown here, so I have to use the expression roll, and this is very important, guys. I've been hearing a lot of confusion about this expression. So roll only and only returns the last roll made by clicking the consumable icon. Yeah, not the last roll made by the actor. No, it's this one, this roll here in caps lock, this one, not any other column here that has a roll here. No, the consumable roll. Okay, very important this. So if, for example, if I use roll here, yeah, I roll here and it comes to 6, and I use here somewhere this expression roll, it would return me 0, because this roll here is not a consumable icon roll like this. Okay, so very important. Only thing you can return with the roll expression is those rolls that you've made with the icon, the consumption icon, like file, a book, or a star. Okay, so now if I click on here, let's see, we have 9 hit points. We rolled a 3 and something very strange has happened, but this is a little bug that I'm aware of. Madre mia. Sorry guys, I thought I fixed this, but don't worry, for the tutorial would be fine. Tomorrow will be, if I have time, but tonight. So with 3 uses and 0 here, so I click here, we roll a 4, yeah, and the result, as you can see, of 4 is added to the HP. What happened earlier in this little bug that it will be fixed tonight, that when it's destroyed, that when the C item is destroyed, it re-adds the last roll, but don't worry, I have that identified. But for the purpose of this tutorial, yeah, when I roll and use roll here, this expression, it returns me these 4, and it adds it up with this mod. Okay, now this is Sandbox. It's a monster, and there are some bugs here and there that we need to fix. Now next expression, which is a very cool one. Let me clear here. Body. We used body in last tutorial. The property body. Boom. Here it is. Details. Now, what did I do here last time? Roll formula. Oh my god. Okay, so now imagine that body rolls 1d20, yeah, plus body. Oops, sorry. That's it. So what I've included here is this. Okay, so imagine this expression is our roll formula for body. Yeah, so when I click on body, so is 1d20 plus 8, 16 plus 8, 24. Now you, as a game master, you want to have a difficulty, yeah, and you want to know when this difficulty is achieved or not. Yeah, so here, down here, DC, you have a place where to write difficulty. There it goes, 24. Yeah, so now imagine it's going to be complicated with only one expression. Now imagine that we want to subtract the difficulty to the roll. Yeah, so to use the difficulty, we have to use diff, hash and diff. Yeah, so, and now imagine that we as game masters, we know that every time the final result is, I don't know, 0 or higher, the check was successful. So I click on body, and this is -7, because what we did here is 1d20 plus 8 minus 24. So he failed. A little bit weird, it could be done better, but we'll see that later. Okay, in fact, we'll see that right now. That's it, gonna see that right now. I don't like it this way. I like it, I want a text under the roll to tell me if it was successful or not. So we use this here. No, I want to use this. Just a sec, because it's just the format. What if I do from a text note? Okay, the format keeps there. Okay, so let me tell you this: value 1, text 1, value 2. Sorry, it's in Spanish, and text 2. Okay, this expression is one of the most important ones in Sandbox. So this expression tells you the following. Now, if my previous role, and this expression needs to be away outside of any brackets, parentheses at the end of the role expression of role formula. Okay, I'm telling it if 0 result, I want it to say fail. Yeah, and if the result is 24 or higher, I want it to say success. I'm gonna write here failure and success. Okay, a copy here, there. So let's see. So we roll is 2 plus 8, 10. It says failure here. Amazing, huh? So now you have your own way of displaying small text under the roll. Things to remember: I'm not a good friend with regex or parsing. Again, I'm not a coder. I'm just an amateur coder. I mean, I'm a chemical engineer. I have no idea on JS and JavaScript this way. So I try to do as best as possible. If anyone can help me to parse it, it would be great. But right now you can include spaces in between the words. If you do this, it's not going to work properly. Yeah. So try to keep it as one word, like critical failure. Instead of writing critical failure, you could do critical failure. And again, I'm very sorry. I've tried to find a way with the little time I have to fix that, but regex and me, which is the kind of the tool that is used, we're not very good friends. Yeah. So if anyone can help me, we very much appreciate it. But for now, this would do. Yeah. Now, I don't want to write here manually every time they have to write the difficulty. I want to use this difficulty. So what do? Yes, you guessed right. We use the previous instruction diff. This. Yeah. Whoops. Nope. Not that. Just here at the end. So you can see it correctly. I'm going to write here the full formula that I included there. Yeah. Okay, let's try. And there you go. See, it takes the difficulty. So if now the difficulty is 5, no, not that, 5, and I roll again, it's always going to be a success. Oof. Even with that. Yeah, success. So if now I say 535, which is impossible, it's going to be a failure. Whatever we do, you see, failure. Fantastic. Now this instruction lets you do whatever you want with to check results of hits and things like that. Can you add more? Yes, we can add 2. We can have with 20 success, and with 25 you can have crit success. Yeah. So if we paste this expression here and we roll with here, this is just a normal failure. We try again until we get all the results. That is a crit success, you see. And if we roll again and it gets in the middle, no, it didn't. It's a failure. Give me some 15 or something like that. No, something lower. Yeah, there it goes. Success. Yeah, you see? Success. Fantasticissimo. Okay, next role expression, my friends. This is going to be cool. Okay. Now let's hide this one here. This one here, and let's keep the character here. Now, my friends, now imagine that we have a token, fantastic token, and another fantastic token, yeah? And this fantastic token has a body of 8. Yeah, let's keep it simple. So, and I want to target it with the default Foundry options. Now it's targeted. Now how can I, with my friend the actor, make an opposed role with him to some attribute from him? Very easy. We need to use the expression target. Oh, come on, my friend. Copy and paste. That's it. Target. Okay. So hash and between brackets target, vertical bar, target attribute key. Now I want to roll against his body. So instead of the target attribute key, I will include the body key, which is body. Okay. So now, from the perspective of our previous example, if instead of 20 success we include this target body, let me copy it. So if we include this expression, yeah, let me do something. Let me write as body, I don't know, 20. Okay. All right. Now, what happens here? So it's going to roll a d20 plus the test actor body, which is 8. If from 0 till to the target body, which is this one, it's going to be failure. Target body onwards will be a success. And let's see what happens. That is a success because it's 26. Let's keep rolling to prove that this really works. 19 failure because the body of this guy is 20. Yeah, fantastic. So that's how you can target things. So remember, vertical bar, and after that you include the key of the property that you want to check. You can't use target for C items. Okay, even if it has these, you can't use it for C items. You can't refer to C item attributes or properties in role expressions. You can, unless they are included, unless you are referring to its own C item properties. Now I receive a lot of requests for this, but you can still do these things. You can still do almost everything you want if you're imaginative. Okay, I lose a lot of time improving stuff, so I want to focus on bugs. Yeah, and I assure you, you can do almost everything. I know you would like some other things because right now, yeah, you can do those things, but it's a hassle. I understand, but we need to focus. I need to focus on bugs. Yeah, so you can do almost everything you want with the tools that you already have in Sandbox. But I promise you, this will improve this, and we will get those to do items. Yeah, it's just a thing of priorities. Yeah, let's continue. Next expression. Oh, this is the most difficult expression. Yeah, most difficult one. This one is, come on, copy in a text notepad and we paste here. In Spanish, fed out el expression result 1 value 1 result 2 value 2. Okay, now imagine one of those games in which you have to roll many dice and success is dependent on the number of dice that get a specific result, for example. Okay, so imagine that our body expression is 3d6. Yeah, but I want to know, and I get 1 success per 5 or higher result. Yeah. So how can I do this, my friends? How can I do this? So I can write down here 3d6, and every time I get a 0, which is impossible on d6, but bear with me, it's just the minimal result that we always have to put. I get 0 points, okay, but every time I get a 5, sorry, this was incorrect, it's 2 points. Yeah, every time I get a 5 or higher, I get 1 point. Yeah, so if I write here that and roll body, so 0. What did I do here? What did I do here, my friend? 5 1 1 1 3. So 5. Sorry, I did something wrong in the expression. Just a minute. 6 1 2. This is not right. Why this is like this? Space. Oh my god. Yeah, you see, regex is like that. So if I roll here, now it rolls correctly. I'm sorry again, but no spaces in your roll expressions again. Never. Okay, because as you can see, it breaks everything. So I got 1 4 1 2 and 1 6, and I got 1 success because only the 6 is higher than 5 or equal to 5. Okay, now you can combine this with our previous fantastic expression of the success comparison, which could be used like this. I'm gonna write it down here. Failed. We can do something very fancy here. We could use the diff expression and see success here. Sorry. And we can write here in the diff 3 only. No, sorry, it's just 3D. Come on, 1. So I try to copy this expression, put it here. So you see here we combined 3 roll expressions, and very important ones. The multiple dice roller, yeah, the subtext under the roll, and the difficulty parser, yeah. So basically when I roll 3d6, if the number of dice that are higher of 5 are 1 or more, I get success. Let's see. So I should get 2 there, yes, and success. Yeah, fantastic. Roll again. I get 1, only the 6, and it's green because 1 dice got the highest possibility there. Highest result. Fantastic, huh? There's a lot of there are a lot of possibilities here. Okay, let's continue with the roll expressions. Oh, yeah. Now, very important, guys, and again, this is because I am not an expert on regex, so you can't do this. So remember this expression for the last time, from the last tutorial. You can't do this. So if I get a 5, oh sorry, this shouldn't be here. Instead of doing that, you can't do this. You can't. Yeah. You can't do this. You can't put any bracketed or parentheses expression inside an already bracketed expression, because I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on regex. If someone can help me in the future, fantastic. If you know any coder that can help with this, the GitLab code is there, so they can issue pull requests and merge requests and things like that. But This is the only thing I know. So you can't put an expression inside another expression and nest them this way because it would break. Yeah. However, you can do the following. Use a fantastic expression that is called, well, not called anything, but is used like this. The index and the expression. And here we would use this one. So let me just remove this. So how does this work? This expression, now this expression here, registers an expression that you want to have aside. First is the index of the expression, and the second bit after the semicolon is the expression itself. Let me do something different and save that here and make it simple, just as the beginning. 1d6, yeah? So this would register an expression. So if I use it just this way, oh sorry, 1d6, and I roll body. Let me clear chat log, click on body, and I click a lot of times, nothing happens. Why? Because this expression only register. To use it, you would need to use the dollar symbol plus the index. So this way, oops, sorry, this way, you're telling Sandbox, hey, register 1d6 as $1, and after that, show me or execute $1. And you can see we roll $1. Now there's a little bug here, and I know it exists because no 3D dice showed anywhere. Yeah, so register rolls are not introduced right now in Dice So Nice, but don't worry about that because I'm probably later with the bug that we saw before. If I have time before tonight, I'll try to fix that with the previous bug, and everything will be smooth and ready. Okay, now what if I want to register a second expression? I would say 2, and this one would be a D8, and the result will be $1 plus $2. Now you cannot register an expression with a lower index from a previous one, so you can't do this. This would not work. Yeah, this would not work because you can't start registering the second expression before the first one. Yeah, a little trick there. So let's use this expression and see what we get. We won't see the 3D dice, but we go here. We got a 2 in the 1d6 and a 1 in the 1d8. Yeah. I should expand the formula with this. So yeah, probably I could do that, but this is not intended for that anyway. Now, yeah, we'll see that. Maybe a to-do item. Yeah. Okay, so as I said, this is useful when you want to nest expressions. So in the previous example, if I wanted to do this, yeah, and what I want to do is execute $1, but what I want to do in reality is this. Let me see, let's put 3 and 5. So I want to roll a d6, and this d6 is going to set the second difficulty, the second value of what I'm going to get. Yeah, so I'll explain you this as soon as we execute it. Okay, another thing that inside percentage expression Dice So Nice doesn't doesn't execute either. Okay, we'll fix that. So what happened here? We got a 1. Why? I don't know, because I couldn't see the 3D dice, and this doesn't expand. This is a bad thing about the dollar expression. It doesn't expand. Yeah, but we probably got in I don't know. Yeah, I need to expand this anyway. Let's use a simpler example. 1d6 plus $1. So we roll it with 1d6, and $1, it was under 5 because it returns 3. So that 3 plus 3 is a 6. Yeah, and again, this is a work in progress with the dollar registering expression. So I know these couple of things are there. We'll try to fix them in the near future, and these are bugs are going to be done. Yes, I mean, they will categorically be fixed. Yeah, because we need to see what happened in a register role, and we need to see 3D. So this is not a to-do item. This is going to have priority. But you get my meaning now. What else? Okay. So the last two. Now imagine the following. Now this is going to be just a 1d10. So if I roll body, I know that this role has the body role name and the ID body. Okay, but what if I want to add an extra ID? You can do it by attaching at the end of the expression this. Okay, so if I add, for example, at the end attribute role, I'm going to put it here. Okay, attribute role. Yeah, so this one will have the attribute role ID added besides the body. Okay, now let's go and check the following. What can I use of, I don't know, dark vision. I'm going to change the name to test C item. Okay, now the test C item has a role mod, and the role mod, it needs a role ID. And if I write here attribute role, I hope I wrote it correctly, attribute role, yeah, I wanted to add a 3 to the role. Yeah, so if I add the test C item here, I would choose here, but what's the group? It has an incorrect group. Because this is a trait and I'm not showing traits. Let me do it in this torch. I'm going to create one. Yeah, let me duplicate this, remove this group, test C item 2, and add a object. That's it. Let's see if it works, because I've done many strange things. Yes, it's shown there. So if I roll body, so the result is 9, because we're rolling 1d10 plus 3 of this attribute role, because it recognized the attribute role ID. So the role modifier, what it does is, in any role of a specific ID role, it adds a value or a role expression. You can add here role expression, but it adds it to it. Okay, so if now I remove my expression of attribute role and I leave this role without the attribute role ID and I roll again, you see, I only get a 10. It doesn't add the 3 points because it does not have the attribute ID. Yeah, so it's very useful. For example, I don't know, you have a magical object that adds 3 to all of your dexterity rolls, for example. This is how you would do it, to add the roll mod and check for the dexterity ID, yeah, and add a 3. Yeah, okay, finally we're getting there. In this last revision of what happened here, of Sandbox, I've included a very cool thing, which you will find here in configure settings. Not only the new CSS, so you can include a custom CSS file there and have all your styling customized, but here I've included an initiative attribute key. So my attribute, my property of the actors, this initiative property of the actors, where it is, initiative here, yeah, it has as key init, yeah, and it has this expression. So this init is what the system will look for in order to deal with the initiative. So if I pick my 2 fighters here and add them to the combat tracker, and I press and I reset initiative, yeah, because they had one before, and I press roll all, what it will do is to pick the init property, which is a text that I've said is 1d20 plus 8. We do that and they roll their initiatives. Yeah, fantastic. That is very handy for NPCs and things like that. But what if I want initiative to be also clickable? I want the player to click on it and roll his or her own initiative. So I'll make initiative rollable. Right down here, initiative. I'll say here initiative. Oh, and if I introduce the init roll ID, this is a trick that makes my roll go straight to the initiative, to the combat tracker. Okay, and I could say that this is init by itself, its own value. Yeah. So as you know, we have to rebuild the sheet, and we end the combat. Let me add these 2 guys again here, and what I'm going to do is open the actor, and now you see initiative is clickable. I click on initiative 1, and 1 plus 8, 9, and it gets there. Fantastic, huh? And finally, oh my god, almost 40 minutes, we have the last 2 expressions, which are advantage and disadvantage. So if you I hate that, I hate the formatting. Okay, and go back to init 1. I want you to be bigger, my friend. Okay, no. All right, I guess you can see it. So the expression is advantage, yeah, or, and now you're bigger, disadvantage. So if you add this at the end of any roll, we'll do that. Okay, so if body was, let me see, body was 1d20, yeah, and I add at the end advantage, this way. I haven't used this in a long time. I hope it works. I click on here, yes, and it keeps the 6. But if I use this, it keeps the lower. I think it only works with D20s, okay? But if you guys want to check, we can try to change that for the future. And finally, as role expression is num. This is very recent. Num. Num is not intended to be used as a role expression per se in a role. It is intended to be used as a helper for a C item. So num, it returns this column, the value of a C item, the number of C items that you have from a specific C item. For example, my friend test C item 2, the return of the C item. Where is it? There it is. If I add it, you see, it increases here in 2. So no, let's do it easier. We already have healing potion there. So we have 2 healing potions. If my role is num, okay, and I remove mod, when I click on it, it will return the number of healing potions I have. So if I only have 1, yeah, you see, that is not only for roles, it's for helpers. You can make your inventory, calculate weights, total loads and encumbrances and things like that by using num and adding it to a property. Well, I've talked about this, but I will talk again in a future video, which is going to be called tips and tricks. We're going to look on that video. We're going to look at the system settings. We're going to look at the token options that we haven't talked about in templates. You have here the token options, which are very, very cool, because I included them because I didn't find this thing in token mold or in any other module. This is very useful. You can include here the key of a bar, and in the shield you can include armor or wherever. Let me show you a final result very quickly. Think Hellfrost, no, Dungeons and Dragons 5e. Let me see here very quick before we leave. So yeah, token options, so hit points and armor class. So if I add a scene now, this, and I add this guy, you can see that it shows the PG bar. You need to rebuild the sheet when you fill this. You can see the H points, the PG key, and if I keep Control key pressed and I hover over him, let me see, because I think, just a sec, because I think this one is a copy of a copy and it requires, well then I think I need to rebuild the sheet. This stuff here should work. It normally works everywhere. Why? Strange. I'm sorry. Okay, so it doesn't work. I don't know why, but normally it works. Yeah, this is Sandbox. Welcome. Token CA. Okay, shield stat. Try this again. And let's see. I don't know. Let me create one. ng maybe because yeah, I'm getting a lot of problems and issues when we clone worlds and Foundry is open. Some information from Sandbox gets lost. I'm trying to check into an automatic exporter of worlds for Sandbox, but that's going to be difficult to do. Yes. So, oops. Why didn't it work? Oh, I'm tired of this. I think I'm going to finish. Our video today, and I'll show you this in a future. Dude, get out of here. Okay, something happened here, but I'm going to have to fix it. You know, I mean, Sandbox is still work in progress, so there are things that here and there they don't work, but with your help, guys, it's going to get better. Nothing else. This was the last tutorial. Yeah, I'm going to be on holidays a couple of weeks, so I'll try here and there to try to fix things, but going to be very busy. I'm moving houses and other things. So, but I'm still available. You can talk to me whenever you want. If I'm connected, I'll try to answer in Discord, and that's it. Thanks for your support, guys, and see you soon.